Now, we just got through Doug having his own, and number 20 is my own fault. I'll be honest, there haven't been a lot of examples in these or our like top games list or characters lists where I've been the sole voter. I think way back when in our original games list, I was the only person who voted for Link to the Past. That changed drastically in our 10-year update of it. Usually this is not the role I fall into. I seem to kind of split the difference on a lot of our panels. But this one's me, so I guess I have to talk. So I'm really sorry, everybody. You have to listen to me now. But
okay.
Do it.
I'm a little surprised it's only me. I'm going to be honest.
I had it in consideration, at least. It was not, I missed it completely.
I know what I did. So I had this as Choco Mountain at one point, and it didn't make the cut. But I did technically have a version of this from Mario Kart.
But that doesn't help Chris at all, though, because you basically said I had a version that I cut anyway.
Right.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, it was a thing at one point, because the song is good. It didn't quite make my cut.
She had it and found it wanting.
I had other Mario Kart songs, and then none of them made it, so it didn't matter.
Spider has shown back up a lot.
Yeah.
To me, this is most associated with the hidden level in 64. Also, look at this very fucking mid-90s box art for the soundtrack. Like, goddamn. But we hear that a lot. There's a couple specific levels in Galaxy that have it. It's been used elsewhere in the series as well. I don't know. For me, this really struck a chord at the time just because it's catchy as hell.
But that fucking banjo, it's so fast.
So I was just excited. I obviously also associate it with the clock level. So, like, again, there's these times where, I think of it and I'm like, I have pretty fond memories of every time this showed up, both in 64 and elsewhere. Because Galaxy, you can have, like, the Yoshi variants when it shows up in 2. Like, there's a whole bunch of different versions of it, but I'm always happy when it shows up because I think it's a fun time.
So, there's, like, a banjo. There's, like, what kind of sounds like a harmonica. There's whistling. It's like
synthetic whistling.
Yeah, they wanted to make a song, but they're like, nothing normal. They're like, sir, what about a piano? No. Banjo. Harmonica.
Whistling.
It's very weird and very hectic, which fits that slide level like so well. And we see why they brought it back is because they continue to bring it back in ways that make complete sense for those cases.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I made so many mistakes going down that silly slide on through the princess window, specifically because this song makes me want to go so fast.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can't take your time. I mean, listen to this.
Yeah,
it's crazy. We're vamping for Chris. He's back.
You did an excellent job vamping.
You know what? We didn't do the honorable mention.
I did.
Oh, we did? Oh, I thought I was like expecting music to.
No, I wasn't playing each of them. That's crazy, and you're crazy.
Whoa!
I talked about like 6 tracks back then. Hell no.
I won't remember, so I'll have to check the tape.
Yeah, you'll watch the episode. It'll be great.
Play them all at the same time.
Yeah,
that's
right.
That's the answer here.
Hey, number 19 on our list. I also was the only person who voted for it, so it's kind of awkward because, again, I don't normally have this happen. And they're back-to-back. Now, again, this is the last song in the top 25, where only one person voted for it, so we'll be done with this soon enough, and we can all share in our joy of how high things made the list based on 2, 3, 4 votes. But this is mine, and I'm just going to go ahead and play it.
I hope somehow the entire rest of this list is just songs you voted for.
Now,
number 18 is just me again.
Yeah, I tricked you guys into sitting there while I get everything set up just to make my list. Now, I do have a question before we go too deep into this, and that is, did anybody else consider this and then not vote for it because you heard it for an hour when we were in line for the line at Universal Studios?
No, but I still considered it because I was like, the format that I did, for everybody that doesn't know, is I tried to include at least one song from every game. And so this one didn't beat Highway Showdown, but no, this song was great. I enjoyed the heck out of it. So
I liked hearing it in the line. I thought I had it at one point.
Is this the only version that's like this?
No, 3D Land has a much worse version of this. I know someone's going to fight me in the comments for that, but this is basically building on the one from Land.
Okay. Maybe I assumed that like I had it covered with my other Bowser Castle song. So
honestly,
I must have been like, we're good. I didn't realize it was so different. No, this song is great.
the song is great. I might have fucked up too because
This will be my first like amendment of like, okay, I messed up because I really do like this song.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I have a song on my list that I thought was this.
Yeah, we're in the same boat.
Yep, and I think it's wrong. So, whoopsie. Yeah, no, the song's great.
Sorry.
Sorry.
But no, I voted for another song that was in Mario Land, the Universal Studios, so I had no problem. Yes, we were stuck.
We were
in
there
this
for like
line
45
forever.
minutes.
But I actually loved that this song played. It actually made waiting in line okay.
Yes.
Yeah, obviously I really like this song. It was my number, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which is why I made it in here without any other support. But it is good that you guys like it. It's not like, oh, God, that pick.
This
It's
probably would have been top 10. So I
It-
don't know if that makes it hurts your feelings more or
not
helps.
really. If it has the recognition, this list really takes off at number 11. So it might have been, I mean, it depends on where you guys put it. If you had a top 5, then maybe it would have made it up there. If it was like
Yeah.
10 to 15, it probably still doesn't crack the group top 10.
I mean, this is the shit that I like, though. This is something that you could listen to. For me, I could listen to in my car, that sacred place, and get like really pumped and put it to
Yeah.
a lot of different scenarios. It's very epic. So yeah, I like it a lot.
I'm kind of wondering how much more pissed off I would have been if it hadn't played in line for that long. Because I was at least like, hey, I love this track. Maybe I won't by the end of this if we're here for 2 more hours.
Yeah.
But hey,
There are almost certainly other Mario tracks that would have driven you nuts to have
Yeah, I was
listened
trying to
to
think
Yeah.
of what one of those.
Right.
What would have just been terrible for 2 hours.
to go
straight.
back 2 picks, I had Athletic, as maybe my 3rd or 4th just off the list. It made my 2nd cut.
Yeah.
So I was not far off from joining Doug on that one as well. I think an hour of Ba Ba and I would have killed myself. Just
I mean, they did have the Yoshi story part of that,
Yeah.
that entire line, so
That's true, but we were only there for like 10 minutes, so we got out of there before I went too crazy.
Yes, that's true.
Because that was a good song, but I do think an hour of that also would have been like, okay,
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it anymore. All right, no more solo picks. It's at least 2 the rest of the way. Starting with our number 18, and I wish I could have this lit on the screen. I'd have to keep holding in my hand. 18 is another me and Doug joint. This happens
Yeah.
at least one more time as well, so
This is getting awfully fishy.
it is looking a
Very
little colludey.
sus.
Little
I don't
colludey cutie patootie. Number 18 is another Bowser song.
yeah.
This is his only pick from
Oh,
Galaxy
shit.
2 because he only made 1 pick from each game. I will tell you this much. The highest praise I can give Bowser's Galaxy Generator is that it's not another song that's on our list, one that Shaun and Michaela have also referred to, and yet I was not disappointed to have this take its place. Because my first thought was going to be, oh man, I want this other song, I don't want this new thing. I really, really ended up liking this quite a bit.
I feel like this is another one that I heard and was like, oh, this is like another song that I have, so we're good.
I think I did the same friggin' thing.
Why do we? There must be a reason this keeps happening now.
Ah! Damn it. I really like this one too.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. Let's actually talk about the song and not just how we screwed up.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, similar to the other song where it's epic, and I like the whatever instruments these are. I don't know. I lose track. But the way they take you like through the song and they're in the background, it's just like really nice. But like also very cool sounding. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it fits the Galaxy soundtrack pretty well overall. Like, this is our first chance with Galaxy and Galaxy 2 to get that sort of orchestral feel. They dabbled with it with a couple other games, but this is really the first time it was fully done. And again, like you said, it just sort of has this kind of sweeping epic feel to it. I don't know that it matches Bowser per se,
Yeah.
but it matches the idea of everything culminating in this level and
Yeah.
doing all sorts of weird space shit. And that all works really well. Is it a Bowser song, even though his name's on it? No, but that's the way they name the stage. It's not like it's his theme, so I think it's fun.
Yeah.
But man,
I would say that there's not a single like boss level song that goes poorly, but this is one of the ones that really stood out in Galaxy 2.
yeah. This is one that's another one that makes my phone because I'm like, man, I love this track. And it's one that I can play in certain settings and not be, like, as much as I love heavy metal boss themes and, like, Bury the Light or whatever, like, I can't play that in front of my family. This I can play in front of them and be like, it's just some orchestral
Yeah.
thing. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it from? I don't know. What's the album art? Don't look at that.
Well, this is a song that like
Can't ground you
I would
anymore,
love
Fred.
to see played live,
Yes.
as opposed to some of
Yeah.
these other ones that I enjoy. But I'm like, I don't need that. Live.
You
I don't
would-
need Slider live, but this is one I'd really want to see live.
I'm a little surprised that after the success of Galaxy and Galaxy 2 that they didn't really have a more pronounced Mario concert tour.
Yeah.
You can argue that even more so with Odyssey, and I guess now Wonder as well. You've got lots of more modern orchestrated music you could do, and then you can still do medleys of the older stuff adapted for that format. So, like, I don't know, we went to like 5 Zelda concerts, and I don't regret those or anything. They deserved it, but like, why hasn't there been one Mario tour?
Yeah, you
It
can
does
even throw
seem weird.
Peaches in there.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, get Jack Black on there. He's not been banned yet, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Kyle Gass hates him, but he's doing fine with Nintendo. Awkward, timely. All right, number 17 is a me and Doug pick. No, I'm just kidding. It's, it'd be funny,
We'll
but
get there. We'll get there.
but no. We'll get to another one though. There is still one more. This one actually had 3 votes. It's our first with 3 votes, and it's not one of Doug's, so he gets to go fuck himself while we play.
Yeah. I like
Yeah.
this track.
Now, I like this track. I like the music. It's very fun. It captures like this first foray into 3D. If you ask me, am I voting more for it because of what it represents or the sound of the song? I don't know if I could tell you. But like to me, this song is Mario 64.
Yes.
And I spent so much time on this level and with this music. And it's like really punchy and in your face.
Mm-hmm.
And I like it.
Yeah.
I just don't know why.
It's athletic by its own name.
Pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah. You could argue that there's like 6 or 7 athletic themes on this list. Technically, this is basically that, which is like the first world of the game. And by God, they do a damn good job almost every time of nailing your first world in the game. I guess
Yeah.
it's important to do it, so it makes sense. But like, this is one of many examples where you're like, yeah, the first level I'm going to, because I have to get at least 1 star here before I can go elsewhere, is this song. And it's happy-go-lucky, and it's fun, and the world's bright and vibrant, and again, it's all just coming together nicely.
Yeah, it's like a
It
certain-
reminds me of that first level song. Honestly, the first level song from Super Mario Land. Like it has that sort of like happiness to it. But I mean, I would sing it right now if we didn't have music going in
Yeah.
the background. To
I was thinking
so you can kind of see the similarities, but
it's kind of weird, and it demonstrates like a certain amount of like confidence in like the composition. They had every reason to just play it really safe with this first foray into like 3D, and there's like, no, we're gonna go all out, and I think that that's great, and it makes it even more memorable.
And for what it's worth, the overworld from Super Mario Land was also one of my last cuts. Didn't get points, wouldn't have mattered, wouldn't have made the list anyways, but there's somebody to be said for these first levels that stick with you, and because Mario 64 was so successful, Lord knows this stuck with everybody real good.
Yes.
Number 16. The problem I also have on my list is that I forgot to remove the 2 that we took out that were not from the main game, so everything's off.
Oh yeah, right.
That's not helping me very much. But this is a me and Doug production, for real this time. There's still one more after this. The one after this, I think, is a fuck up on your guys' part.
That
We'll get to
very well
that.
I
could
mean,
be.
We'll get
yeah.
to that. This one, I think, is
This
just a
one
matter
isn't
of
the fuck up,
preference.
though.
And this is one I've also used elsewhere on the channel, so of course I like it. And it's the ending theme from Super Mario World. Or the victory theme for the game show.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ah, yeah. I recognize
Now, are
it
you saying this is a fuck up, like we put in the wrong thing?
No,
or
this
we just
one's
fucked up-
fine. Like I said, this one's a matter of preference.
Oh,
the one,
okay,
the
okay.
last one that me and Doug both voted on, I think is unconscionable to leave off.
Okay.
We'll get to it.
Okay.
That's fair.
Now, this one in particular, again, did it need to be this happy? I don't know. I mean, everything's happy in the ending because you saved the princess, you beat Bowser in his stupid clown floaty thingy, and then you just decide we're gonna go kind of tour the countryside, walk along with Yoshi. There's gonna be some eggs following along behind. Don't worry about that. The eggs don't matter till Yoshi's Island. But for the most part, you just get this really. What's interesting is like this is not a medley. There's plenty of Mario games that take the credits theme and make
Yeah.
it a medley of earlier songs, and this one's just unique. But the way it builds over time, we may not even get through all of it because it's like 4 minutes plus, but
There's-
I love the way it builds.
There's shades of Mario 2 in this. Am I crazy?
No, I think it sounds similar.
Which I think is cool. I don't know if they intended to do that, but Mario 2 is kind of the oft-forgotten sequel, so I like that.
Why is it on your list, Doug?
Doug, like, he's just like, I'm just here to enjoy music.
It's just vibes.
Don't
I just have
fucking
vibes.
ask me questions.
This song is great. I'm vibing. Super Mario World was one of those games that, as when it came out, I was like not a very big gamer, but we did manage to beat this game, and yeah,
This in
Doug,
our aunt and uncle's basement.
we have an
Yeah.
interesting perspective, I think, Doug, you and I, at the very least, and Michaela, because she's, I guess, a preschooler compared to us, but I didn't play this when I was young. Not really. I was probably in high school before I went through Super Mario World, so there's an interesting perspective that we'll have that I think will show up a few different times in the list.
Look how happy this part
Oh,
is.
listen to this tempo change.
Yeah.
Rock.
Wow.
Like, how do you not get schmoving to it?
Yeah.
And then at the end, it kind of slows down again, and it's bigger, and it builds to that very ending of it. And I don't know. I think I had this higher than Doug. Let me see. No, Doug had it higher than me.
Yeah, I had 8.
Yeah, and I had it down in like the 14-ish spot, I think. But
This is when they're doing like the enemy casting.
yeah, they're showing all the
kind of
cat, and
screens, right?
they're naming enemies you never knew the name of. You're like, oh, what is it? Thwimp? What?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Thwimp, okay. And they're naming like Monty Mole. You're like, of course, Monty Mole. Why wouldn't he be Monty? Of course. But a lot of those names ended up sticking, so it was important for the series after all.
Mhm.
All right, there's still only one more of those, and I promise that's the last one. I'm not lying to you this time.